grandmother.
Grandma? I took multiple too, all positive.
Can you believe it? I'm 41 years old and a grandma. I don't know how this happened. Actually, I do know how it happened. I had my first kid at 17. So let me go ahead and tell you the story from beginning to end.
She just said I'm dripping water.
Her water just broke and it's way too early for her water to break. I'm rushing as fast as I can over there. Once they got there, they got her into a room. She's having contractions. They're not super strong. She was pretty lighthearted.
The shot they gave me, my butt hurts.
Oh. I was, of course, concerned because the baby is 33 weeks. Not ideal for our bodies to give birth that early. There's still a pretty good chance they're okay. So the nurses said, yeah, the doctors will be in tomorrow. By this time, it was like 11 o'clock at night. They hooked her up to a bunch of IVs. They needed to give her steroids for the baby's lungs so they can mature kind of faster. So I decided to go home. You know, asked her, like, has she seen any of the doctors? She was like, no. Why have you been here for more than 12 hours? You haven't seen one doctor. So I go and I'm like, where are the doctors at? So about 10 minutes later, so they did a ultrasound. Once the ultrasound was done, they kind of confirmed that yes, her water did rupture because there's not a lot of fluid around the baby. One thing that did annoy me, I guess they didn't think that I was the mom. She's having a child, but that's mine. Once they found out that I am the mom, then they started giving me answers. I'm gonna try to stall the labor for about a week or two. And now at this point, they switched her out of labor and delivery because that's where she was originally. They put her in another room where they're just gonna monitor her. And she was completely unprepared. I bought some stuff for her, like hair care products and nightgowns and things like that. So I'm gonna go home because I've had a long day at this point. I pretty much stayed there the entire day. I wanted to talk to the doctors, make sure everything was okay. Her actual doctor finally came in and was explaining exactly what's happening. They put her back on magnesium for any neurological problems the baby would have. She was pretty good. There wasn't any much pain she was in. I actually went home. By this time it was like 4 o'clock, and then I brought her food and went back to the hospital. She was like, yeah, she's fine, contractions stopped, nothing was happening. Like, who knows, maybe this is the calm before the storm.
I feel like because I was sleeping all day, my body preparing me for what's ever happening later.
Right. For me, unless something happens, call me.
If anything happens.
I was exhausted, took a shower, laid down. Luckily, my husband was up throughout the middle of the night, and I was half asleep because, you know, my anxiety was already through the roof because I'm worried about my child. She is 4 centimeters dilated. Is now 4 centimeters dilated. Cervix is super soft. They're moving her back to labor and delivery so we can have a baby. Got here to see her. I'm so nervous, and I'm not even the one having the baby. I'm nervous. She was like, I don't want this pain. My poor baby. It hurt my heart seeing her in that much pain because, you know, as a mom, I would take it away from her in a heartbeat. Go ahead and give me the epidural. And she was so against it. She's like, I'm trying to do this natural. Insert her nose piercing video right here. So
oh no, we're gonna be like a K-drama.
You say you're about to have a baby, but you can't take the pain of a nose piercing. By the time they gave her the epidural, the medicine went in, she calmed down for like 5 minutes.
I'm not a warrior. After that epidural, I'm never doing anything again. Birth control.
We're just waiting for the doctors to get here so she can start pushing. She's almost ready. She's feeling a lot of pressure. So she's ready to have this baby. Hopefully everything is good. So we waited about another 45 minutes for the doctor to get there, and as soon as he came out, he was crying, which is an amazing sign. He looked healthy. All 10 toes and 10 fingers were there. It was just amazing to see my little grandbaby. She did amazing. I remember her telling me she would grab the handrail and lifted herself up while pushing, and I think she said ew at seeing the baby come out of her. I did not get to hold him when he came out. I think I waited until the next day because I gave the parents time to kind of bond with the baby. He is in NICU. They're monitoring him, making sure he gains weight and all that other good stuff, and I'm very happy that he is in a place that's going to monitor him, make sure he's okay. Finally got a chance to hold him, and it was just so surreal holding this little tiny baby that came out of a child that you pushed out. Yeah, the circle of life. And I'm a grandmother now.